Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome back to our, I think it's like second or third annual fundraising for the Jimmy Fund. How are you guys? Thank you so much for hanging out today, and then also for, oh my god, it would have been Friday, where we had another like charity stream. There's been a lot going on, but thank you guys so much for being here and for hanging out. For those who don't know, every year we do basically, I think last year we only did like 1 or 2 days. This year we're doing 3 days of fundraising for the Jimmy Fund, which is essentially, it's with the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, essentially, and it's like sorry, my brain is frazzled, by the way. This is gonna be a rough start, only because work is insane. We had someone go out on maternity leave, and so I've been very fucking busy trying to keep up with everything, because you know, kids and all that. But the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is a lovely organization that essentially, like, basically helps people through the cancer treatment process, with an emphasis on kids, of course, and especially kids who want to transition back into normal life post-treatment. You know, money for research, but also money for quality of life and quality of care and all that sort of stuff. It is incredibly important, and I've been doing this fundraiser for a couple of years now. The people who are behind it are amazing and so wonderful to work with. And we are trying to break our goal, our record, which was, God, I think it was like $5.3 thousand last year. So we're gonna try and break that this year, but we're gonna start one step at a time. So right now we have $1,000 as our goal. It'd be amazing if you guys can donate. If you can't, you're still welcome to come and hang out and help spread the word and just kind of vibe with us. It's gonna be kind of a low energy start to the day, because I've been up for a very long time and I'm incredibly tired and there's been a lot happening. So forgive me for that, but tomorrow and the day after will also be fundraising streams. So we'll be kind of like picking up momentum. Hopefully I can come up with some cool little incentives as well. I'm gonna bring back the lemon juice for charity thing. I just need to run to the store when I have a second, any second. Yeah, Christoph says time to shotgun a Red Bull. I went to Dutch and I have whatever this is. What is this? It's like pumpkin something. Pumpkin creme brulee. It's mostly water actually now, but I think it's like a chai, so maybe that'll help a little. I don't know. I'm gonna be up all night as well after this, so forgive me for that. But Lucas says the fundraising process bar isn't dynamically updating. It isn't? Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh no, I don't think I can manually update it. I'm also not getting anything on the website though. Oh, now I got something. Oh my gosh, amazing. Someone donated $30 already. Oh my god, we just got here. This is crazy. Oh my god, $30 from Luke saying celebrating some charity support with lemonade tonight. Amazing. Thank you so much, Luke. Oh, it's wonderful. Also, thank you so much to Miriak and DVCU who subbed. DVCU was also on a 165th stream in a row. Numel who rated us with 2 people. And then Lukic who also resubbed saying, oh yeah, 2 charity streams in a week. Technically, it's going to be like 4, I think, by the time we're done with it. Check out the fancy overlays and everything too. I spent the entirety today doing that. But Chief Stingy says that looks like sugar in a cup. I hope it is. At this point, I just need something to keep me alive. It's also kind of like Jimmy Fund colored. If you look at the blue there, it kind of, hold on. It kind of matches. I'm kind of here for it. Not sponsored by Dutch, by the way. Miriax says I'm wearing my Jimmy beanie today. Yeah, is anyone here from last year who got one of the like incentives from last time? Also, I'm waiting for the dono bar to update. It might update on its own. If not, let me turn it off and on again. Boop, boop. No, let me use the properties, perhaps, and completely repaste in the link that it's supposed to be going to. No, nothing. You know, this might be a tough one, chat. Death Chaos says partnered. I am a partner, yeah. And Christoph says, I did something last year, but I forget what it was. It's been a year. It has been a year. Also, hi, Vito and Umbral. Great to see you. Vito saying, how do you donate on YouTube? That is a good question. I actually haven't figured out the exact specifics of, like, I guess bots and things like that for YouTube, but what I can do, and there also isn't like any sort of pin a chat sort of thing, but let me drop the link for you guys, for those who wanted to donate. Hey, Thomas says, thank you so much, Diana. I'm also here watching stream to either help answer questions and say thank you to all the wonderful donors. Ah, thank you. Yeah, Lukic in chat so far is our top donor with $30 raised, which is already such a strong start. Oh my God, someone else donated. Oh, we're at, yeah, JK donated $100 as well. So I have the board today. Let me get you guys on the board. I'll put you in as your preferred names as listed on the website. So we have Luke with $30, which is fantastic. It's our very first donor. And then JK, let's see, Rusher with another 100. Oh, how wonderful is that? Thank you so much. But yeah, thank you to both of you guys. If you do donate, there are, I believe, at least, you know, last year, there were some little things that you could get, like, you know, gifts and whatnot, which had a, God, they had like socks and like little pins and things like that that you could pick from. So that might be what people are referring to in the chat with regards to all that. But Lucas says, thanks to Sano Gaming for helping form the fundraising team. Yeah, so Thomas here is actually the person behind the giant wooden DM screen, for those who saw that on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and things like that. Kashkal said there's a link to donate. Oh my God, thank you. Wait, yeah, let me copy that address there and put that, aha, there we are. And then, whoop, put that in the YouTube chats as well. This is the first time I've done this sort of thing across so many platforms, so this is so exciting. I also just realized I didn't go live on, let's see, did it update yet? It didn't update. I might have to do it manually. Oh man. Okay, let me go to Stream Elements and then get a, let's see, a manual progress bar going, because it's no fun if we can't see what's going on, you know? Charity stream time. Let's do that. And then, sorry, this is gonna take a quick second. I spent so much time getting these overlays up and working, by the way, too. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so perfect. All I'm gonna have to do is press a button and then I'll be good. And then lo and behold, I was not good. So let's switch that out real fast. And our goal is still showing as $1,000. And right now we're at 130, which is wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. DVC said could probably put it in the stream description for YouTube. That is a good point. I could do that. Will it let me do that? Oh, it doesn't. It lets me do it as like a video, but let me try that and hopefully that works. For those watching on YouTube, it should be in the description now. It's just a straight up copy pasted link. There's no decorum there. And then Drodian says, perfect fundraiser for me to donate through my company. Taxes, there you go. Dude, if you could incentivize the tax thing, that'd be great. Shout out to your company. Also, Death Chaos wants me to hydrate. I could do that. Perfect. Also, Girl with a hi! Saying, hey Diana, currently watching while taking a bubble bath. Couldn't think of a better way to end my day. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I don't have a ton planned, but I definitely want to hop into some video games because that's kind of like the theme of the charity. But I do want to chat with y'all in general first as well. Just to, you know, because I like talking to you guys. You guys are great. And let's see, what else? Okay, I need to fix the progress bar on the vertical stream as well. Let me do that. And then change it to remove the old one. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this like a couple tidbits at a time, but I think we're good. I think we're solid. Anyway, how have you guys been? Any new changes with you? Also, Cashcal said, hey lady, check your phone, do all the things. I'm doing so many things right now. I also have my work laptop open because I straight up couldn't get to everything that I need to do today. Cashcal sent me a treat. Thank you so much, Cashcal. Oh, that's wonderful of you. I honestly need it. I haven't eaten. Also, SanH, hello, welcome back. And DBC, you confirmed that the link is there for both streams. Oh my God, amazing, hell yeah, thank you guys. Now, let me just state what I'm gonna try and do is maybe we could have like a little thing that is I was thinking about playing Peak, right? And trying to solo it because I really wanted to try and get some of the badges that I haven't gotten yet. And I believe it's a Mesa today. Is it a Mesa today? It might not be. It's not a Mesa today, is it? Is it? I can't remember. But it's I have a lot of Mesa badges missing. I also have the one where you completed it under an hour missing. I've never done it solo, so I might try and do that. And maybe there's an incentive where if we reach our goal, I just like jump off or something. We kind of have to keep game family friendly just due to the nature of the stream, but that's never a bad thing. It just means that I need to watch how much I swear as usual. Let's see, we're at $160. Someone else donated. Oh my gosh, who was that? Vito Tennant, who says happy to help a good cause, who donated $30. Thank you so much, Vito. Let's see, Tenet? Tenet! Thank you so much. I was like, Tenet or Tenet? Dude, have you guys seen Tenet? With a T-E-N-E-T. It's a really good movie. It messed with my head to an insane degree. I had to look up, like, flow charts and everything. Either way, thank you so much. Let me update it on Stream Elements as well to make sure that it shows up for y'all. You guys are the best. This is so sweet. We're already well on our way, and we've barely even started stream. Let me see, $160. We're making our way. Thank you guys so much. This all goes a long way. For those who are watching on the Twitch or YouTube desktop streams right now, you can also see the different ways. It's over here, I believe. The different ways in which your donation goes to help support people in need, specifically, you know, stating like the different ways that it gets broken down and how your money is used. And it's really efficient, honestly. Like those sorts of things end up going for a really long way, which is quite nice. Oh my gosh, hi! Jimmy Fund Let's Game is here saying yay for your second year at JFLG. It's Catherine from the Jimmy Fund. Guys, everyone say hi to Catherine, who has popped in to wish us luck and to say hello. Catherine, hello. We've got a whole week ahead of us, and I'm excited. It's been a little... I've been trying to make sure we're getting caught up and staying caught up. So if anyone donates and I don't see it, if someone could let me know. I will also drop the link over in our Firefox, so that way I can actually share it with you guys, and we can take a look at it together. So if I go to, non-gaming screen share, there we are. That is just a dark screen. Oh my gosh, Firefox really hates me sometimes. It's okay. Matt is here, saying if you like Tenet and like the movies that totally mess with you using time travel, try the movie Primer. Where? You're not the first person to recommend that actually in this chat. I'm pretty sure someone else mentioned it. Also, Lucas says Kyle just donated. Oh my gosh, yeah, wait, hold on. Let me refresh. Oh. Yeah, I'm desperately trying to I think I have too many tabs open. Oh my gosh, yeah, there was oh, whoa. Kyle donated $125 saying I make this donation in memory of my beloved wife, Hannah, whose compassion and love will always live on. No way, thank you so much, Kyle, and thank you so much, Hannah. I hope you're looking down on us with pride, because that is an amazing little donation. Thank you so much. Kyle, I'll toss you on the board. I'm gonna actually, oh no, that's really wet. Oh no. I just wrote Cl. I'm so sorry. Kyle. There we go. It's like a little too wet to erase. Kyle and Hannah with the 100 and, what was it? Oh my goodness. $125 donation for the Jimmy Fund, bringing us all the way up to $285. Thank you guys so much. Where is it? Session data, goals, there we go. 285, that is wonderful. This is also really trippy because due to the nature of the way that the Jimmy Fund's website is set up, if you haven't seen it yet, oh, here we go, I can show you guys. It shows me actively on a delay, as well as the chat and everything like that, on the screen. So I'm seeing myself out of the corner of my eye. Oh no, we're gonna have an infinity mirror. Let's watch, this should be cool. For about half a second, and then maybe my screen will start to mess up. Anyway, Roko, hello. Same with Ghost Poro, Nocturnus Gaming, Mr. Zimbabwe, Umbral Chronics. Hello to all of you guys over on YouTube. Good to see you. Hey, Epic says hi, hello, howdy. And then Christoph says Infinity Loop. Yeah, wait, if I scroll down a little bit, will that align it a little bit more? Yeah, you can see me waving through all of them. Oh goodness, PGH Tom, hello. But yeah, this is the website. If you guys hop on here, you can see all of at least the non-anonymous donations and everyone's, little stories. We've had people talking about their personal interactions with cancer or their way their family or friends have been impacted by cancer in the past. So yeah, it's been fun. HG says it's a Sam Riegel shirt up in here. All right, what? Oh, that's the wrong. There we go. There's the overlay I wanted, the one with all the fun stuff. I didn't put this overlay together for nothing. But yeah, we also had a couple, let me see, Salty Sea Biscuit, thanks for the follow. We had Sanage, and then Sanage and someone else, I believe, started a combo. We also had Nimbus Comics, who subscribed, saying, love being a part of this community, and your fit looks great tonight, just wanted to say. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, shucks. And then we also had, oh my gosh, a Hydrate, a Breathe. I think I hydrated already, but I should drink water as well. All set. And then, let's see, PGH says, can we deposit the contribution to the Infinity Loop and multiply it? Ooh, how, can I? Hold on. how bad can I make this? If I go to, let me do this. Let me see how intense I can get this infinity loop. Also, let me change out the goal to make sure that it's actually, there we go. Actually the one that we need. And get the, wait for it. Get it actually centered because I know it's gonna bother me and probably bother you guys as well. There we go. Just move that slightly over. In the meantime, you can stare at me staring at my Firefox while I try and get it working. There we go. Yeah, $285. What a nice little progress bar. Oh my goodness, this is great. This is fantastic. We're already so far on the way there. Sano says Balatro donations. Dude, they had an IRL Balatro, like, booth at PAX West, which was the craziest thing to see. Oh, Christoph also wants me to check my posture. I can do that. And G the Mystic says, does anyone know if there's a problem with Twitch's subscriptions right now? I can't resubscribe. Oh, I actually have no idea. I've had a couple resubs today, but maybe it's temporarily down or there's something wrong with the payment method. Also, Tisano says, just a brief mention, if the our sales team raises 15 grand in total for our specific team this year, I'll be clipping off the ponytail when we reach it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we should do that. That is a very intense ponytail to chop off. So I'm 1000% here for it. Make sure you record it when it happens, inevitably. Jimmy Fond also says, oh my gosh, 435 already. Really? Wait. Let me, all of my charity overlays are not connected to my stream deck, so forgive me if it takes a second to switch between them. Yeah, we're almost halfway there. No way. Okay, donations. Donations, there we go. Oh my God, Matt Stormcrow, ladies and gentlemen, has donated $50 to the stream, and House Duggan has also donated $100. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Also, Aria says, you know how to do a Southern accent, Diana? Just curious. Barely. Not well. If you want an example of what I consider to be a Southern accent, go watch Forgotten Past, because I do it a little bit there, but not that much. Yeah, man, $435. That's amazing. So we had it from Matt Stormcrow, the one and only Vampire Extraordinaire, and LARP King himself for $50. And then after that, we had House Duggan, the Honorable House Duggan, who donated $100. You guys are the best, seriously. That is fantastic. I'll be back tomorrow with some more like proper incentives as well. So if you wanted to hold on until then, you definitely can. If you want to donate today to get us up and going, either way, it's amazing. And if you guys have incentive ideas for me to like kind of wrap into everything, let me know. Happy to kind of like oblige as best as I can. And as long as it's not actively harmful to my health, because I know how you guys are sometimes. Beyond that, we're at $435. Let me make sure it shows up on stream for y'all. And then I think we're all caught up. Let me see, 435. Perfect, we're like almost halfway there. That is so cool. You guys are the best. And then Dethan says stream. Hi, Dethan. And Matt says Vampire Extraordinaire with a lot of Y's. The kill it, Scrabble. Also, Emmett Gully, welcome in. Welcome to our charity stream. We're raising money for the Jimmy Fund. And then, yeah. Let's see. Thomas also says, it's still the end of the month. This campaign will go briefly into October, but the page will be live until at least done. Also, Death Chaos says glitter hair. I would, except my computer tower is below me, and my hair is very much like not... It's not gonna go great, and like... it's gonna spill over into my computer, because it's like, my computer is approximately this wide, and then this, like, I guess deep. And it's like functionally at my feet. And so it makes it really hard to do anything. The last time we did a confetti cannon for a charity, which I believe was for St. Jude, and that was, I'm shocked nothing caught on fire. So, but yeah, I could try and find another confetti cannon or something somewhere. Maybe I'll check out like a local party city or some such. Absurd Hero says, cancer is tough. I lost most of my family members from cancer or old age mixed with cancer. Yeah, it's an absolute beast, but they're doing amazing things nowadays. Can I say what I do? One of my day job is vaguely related to the pharmaceutical industry, and I keep tabs on the fun sort of things happening in medicine because of that, and they're doing some really cool things. And I think that's about all I can say without doxing myself or leading down a path of doxing myself, but there is hope, and streams like this and charities like the Jimmy Fund, I guess the Jimmy Fund and also the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute go a long way towards helping out with, the research side of things, and also making sure to take care of the patient themselves. So they're amazing human beings. Crayhack says, don't buy anything that's used in gender reveals. Those seem to cause a lot of damage. Noted. I don't plan on doing a gender reveal in my apartment, so like I think we're set on that front. I don't think you have to worry about that. Let's see. Lucas says, before, like 5 minutes before stream, I had sent an offer for a team goal milestone incentive. I'm happy to share that tomorrow. Meanwhile, I got a lemon to chomp later tonight. Yeah, if we reach the $1,000, are you gonna eat another lemon? Are we gonna do that again? So guys, for those who don't know, last year when we did a series of charities, actually, we raised money for various institutions. I think the Jimmy Fund was the major one though. And as part of like a community incentive, Lukage, a member of the community and basically like, the D&D community at large as well, had eaten a whole lemon, 2 whole lemons, I believe it was, bones and everything, full on, just like skin included, full on chomped on it, recorded it, and then put it in the Discord. So DBC said it's way better than eating a lemon. Oh man. Also, Big Dove says your hair looks nice. Thank you. I blow dried it, as it should have been blow dried. I am not it takes so long to do, so I don't do it very often. But Umbrel says, Diana, are you able to help coordinate charity efforts like this? I don't have the education necessary to do that sort of thing, like on the actual organization side. I also don't usually have the time, but when it comes to things like raising money, and kind of like doing it as a streamer and participating on my end, absolutely, I do it all the time. I'm incredibly approachable when it comes to charity events. I usually clear off schedules, and thankfully I have the ability to do so due to my day job, and I'm not as reliant on stream income, so I can very easily divert it towards charities and things like that, which is, thank God. H2 says that her hair is giving a brunette Artagan vibes? Who's Artagan? Is that an insult, chat? Someone tell me if that's an insult. Lucas says, if we reach $1,000 tonight, sure, I could eat a lemon, print it. Oh man. Okay. Let me change the goal. Donations. If we reach 1K, Luke will eat a whole lemon. Eat a lemon. Yay. May as well. Why not? Let's see. Vegetabilis says, always eat lemon with salt. It's a meta. There ain't a sour thing about a lemon when you salt a lemon. I feel like that's kind of along the same lines as when people will put salt on watermelon. If you guys haven't tried that, by the way, oh my gosh, it's so good. It basically enhances the sweetness of the watermelon a little bit. Oh, Chief Stingy says Artagan is the traveler. Oh yeah, the Fae guy from Critical Role, right? Oh man. Also, Jimmy Fun says you drank lemon juice last year, I believe. Yeah, we had lemon juice. We had lemon dice that got made from it. We had, oh my gosh, a community member eat 2 lemons whole. We had a whole lemon thing going. In fact, as a part of that, My Nerd Life, the kind of like a nerdy merch company in the space run by Nick and Nikki, who actually gifted me the aforementioned computer. They created a whole like lemon wreath pin that has, it's like a Christmas wreath but made of like vines and things like that with a couple lemons and a couple roses on it. And they sell it whenever they go to conventions, and any profits from that pin specifically go towards charity. So they come back around and they donate it to the charity streams. Hey Nick, hello, speak of the devil, how's it going? And also Chip Douglas, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in, welcome back. Hello. Also, Matt Stormcrow says, use miracle berry powder and it suppresses your ability to taste sour. So lemon tastes sweet because you can only taste the sugar. You can eat them like an orange. Yeah, it's amazing. I've had people, oh god, they call them flavor tripping parties, actually, where you can have a bunch of people over and you can set out a charcuterie board of stuff that you're not supposed to eat straight up. So like lemons, limes, sour cream tastes like ice cream. Certain kinds of cheeses taste different and taste really good. I need to do that again. Have a little charcuterie night or something. Oh my gosh, Notster, hi, saying hey, hi, hello. I'm late. What did I miss? Food. We're talking about lemons. Also, Jordan says, well, Nick did it. Luke is just freaking out. What happened? Wait, hold on. We gotta see this. What am I updating? Oh god, it's me again. Oh, that's terrifying. Refresh. We're at $1,000, 1,035 already. Oh, of course it's the Knicks. Oh man, you guys, the Knicks donated $600 saying lemon time, lemon time. You guys, that's amazing. Okay, I feel like We all kind of knew this was coming. The Knicks are amazing. Wait, Nick says, I waited till you called it out. Enjoy. Well done. Smart move. Oh my God. Okay, so Nick, don't forget to, Luke, don't forget to film it. But yeah, oh my God. Okay, well the Knicks, we'll put you right at the top. Thank you so much for your $600 donation. I remember your guys' personal story with relation to cancer that happened about this time last year. I was thinking about that earlier today, actually, while I was setting up. And so it's always good to hear that, like, I don't know, it's good to see you guys return to the same sort of cause a year later. Also, Thomas is saying thank you. Thank you both Nicks. Nick and Nikki, indeed, have been huge contributors to charity streams, to the channel in general, to the TTRPG community. They're amazing people. They have the comfiest little sweaters too. And yeah, they always like to support a cause like this. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Let me update the goals and everything. We'll say donations and we'll raise the goal to $2,000. I honestly didn't think we'd make even 1,000 before the end of stream today. We're barely into it. So we're at 135 right now, 1035. So we're a solid way there. Luke is just gonna eat a lemon. And then let me update the goal on the website as well, so it reflects it all. My gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Truly, like, it's always so heartwarming to see that sort of, I guess, camaraderie throughout the community, especially when it comes to something like the tabletop community, which a lot of people don't even know exists. So it's cool to see you guys are making such positive change. Also, let's see. Umbrel says, I would be willing to DM a game over on Discord or Twitch or some software for charity. Maybe have some goals like donation per nat 20 or something. Ooh, I don't have the stream time for that on my end, but I will say if you wanted to help do it on your end and like, you know, kind of like create your own streams for the Jimmy Fund, if you go to their website, let me actually put the link in the chat. Tyler, hey! Oh my God, guys, everyone say hi to Tyler Shine, who has popped in as well, saying classically doing good with your platform. Get it, saying, I'm trying. We're doing good. We're all doing great. Tyler, who is a friend, was hanging out at VidCon with me and will be at TwitchCon. I hope. He better be at TwitchCon. Don't make me eat my words, Tyler. I want to see you there. Amazing human being all around and another wonderful streamer. Actually, let me do, I don't know if the shout out is on cooldown yet. Ha. Perfect. Go give him a follow. He also does some amazing stuff. And yeah, wonderful human being in general. Very smiley too. Wonderful, like, positive force in the community. Nervous Cyclops says, I'm doing homework, wish me luck, but I wanted to stop by and say hi. Hi, Cyclops, it's great to see you over on YouTube. But yeah, if you guys wanted to, you can set up your own streams as well for the Jimmy Fund. If you go to their website, I think it's just the Jimmy Fund. Let me copy it for you, Umbral Draconics, and I'll put it in the YouTube chat for you so you can find it. Let's see if it lets me. It isn't gonna make it such a fight. I love YouTube, but my gosh, do I hate YouTube sometimes. There we go. Solid. Got it. Amazing. I think we're good. Hopefully it hasn't done that weird thing where... Aha! Yes, perfect. Found it. Okay, so I'm putting it in the mobile stream for ya, because I think that's the one that you're hanging out on. So yeah, you can go check it out. The rest of you guys can also follow that link. I'll put it in the Twitch chat in case you wanted to find out more about specifically this quest to defy cancer, this year's push, and you know, learn more about things like statistics, where all your money is going, more about the Dana-Farber Institute in general. They're located over in Boston, actually, and I was there for a work, almost choked on my own spit, a work thing like a little while ago that was, I was supposed to be able to swing by and say hi, and I just didn't have the time because work, but I want to swing by at some point and say hello. Let's see. Eslam also says, have you ever tried using Silly Tavern for D&D over on TikTok? I can't say I've even heard of it, to be fully honest. Tyler says Boston be Boston. Boston drivers scare me, and it's like them, they're so aggressive, and I don't like it, and the roads don't make sense, which I know is because like the layout is historic and all that sort of stuff. My God, is it terrifying. If I have to drive in another state that isn't Washington, I think I'll just implode. Tyler says Boston people scare me, period. Yeah, they have really cheap drinks out there though, I will say. It's a lot nicer. I guess everything's better than Bend. Chris says we're not even that bad. I have seen a lot worse. California terrifies me. I know for a fact that a lot of people complain about Oregonian drivers as well, and I'm not gonna deny that. Washington drivers are, at least in my experience, really unproblematic though. I will never complain about driving in Washington. They're actually kind of nice out there. Tyler says DC is the worst I've seen. Oh God, I wouldn't even want to drive in DC. But let's see. Chris, hello over on YouTube. And Natsu says, I was gonna say Diana's so strong she can raise funds for anyone, and then she choked on her own spit. Listen, at least I'm doing it for the choking on my own spit for the bit. Take that how you will. Anyway, should we try? Tyler says LA is fine, just be assertive. I don't want to have to like engage in psychological warfare to merge with someone though. That's terrifying. I also don't want to like risk my vehicle on the concept that someone else might give in to little old me not making eye contact behind the wheel trying to merge into them. So I don't know. Mad Genius on YouTube says Atlanta is just pain. Oh, and Death Chaos says on mobile, chat links don't work on YouTube. Oh, I'm so sorry. Shoot, it's okay. If you don't, just Google the Jimmy Fund, it should be there. I have no better way of giving a link though if it doesn't work in the app. You can try checking the description of the video, and that one, if that link also doesn't work, then I think it might just be a YouTube thing, I fear. Sin Graffer says is that how you pronounce your name? Sin Graffier. So the worst roads I've ever seen are in Ottawa, Ontario. God, Ottawans are the worst drivers in the world. I feel like everyone has their own like regional sort of thing when it comes to the drivers that they hate. Californians, it's really hard to not be mad at Californian drivers in Oregon, mostly because the speed limit is so much lower here. I think it's like they go up to what, 85 on their interstate, and we can only go up to 75 by law. So they cross over into our state and then immediately terrify everyone around them. Tyler says, I come from Ohio and found LA fine. I don't know how. I'm just able to adjust to necessary driving styles. Really? Have you ever driven in Oregon? Do you have a thought on Oregonian driving styles? I can't remember the last time you visited, if you flew or... Yes. Oh God. Okay. Go ahead. Hit us. I can take it. It's fine. Blood Oyster Cult, welcome in. Same with Matthew. And Red Dog Gaming. Also Kelso. Hey. Tyler says Oregon is too polite. Okay, if you're gonna cite the four-way stop situation where everyone stops at the same time and then everyone tries to let everyone else go, that doesn't count. And that should not be encouraged because you're supposed to go with the flow of traffic and people should know who should go first. But follow the laws of the road. Yeah. I agree with you there. That does suck. But also, I will say, at least in my town, there's been... Sorry, welcome to the traffic and traffic-related conversation podcast, by the way. This wasn't the direction, pun intended, that I intended this to go, but we're talking about it now. Jaycorn, hi, welcome in. There's one thing that I really like about my town and the local surrounding area is that it's a small enough town that people know how the roads are, and they know how the flow of traffic works, and they know how certain stoplights and stop signals work, and they know how much of a pain it is to get to certain sections of town. And so if you're driving through and you're visiting, or and it's very clear that you're waiting to take a left that everyone else at that intersection who's local knows you will be waiting half an hour for, they will just stop and wave you on, and they will be doing you the biggest favor. Oh my God. It's kind of nice, especially when it's a truck and they're going to take a hot sec to get accelerated from a dead stop anyway. They'll just let you through because they're like, yeah, you may as well. You have 3 seconds, take it. And then also we zipper merge like no one else in my town. I would never leave Bend for that. Oh my gosh. It's so polite. I like it. Except for that 4-way stop thing. Kai says I never knew there... Children screaming outside. Kai says I never knew there'd be worse drivers in other parts of the world. I thought bad drivers happened everywhere. There's always bad drivers, but there's definitely a scale. 1000%. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Only Max over on YouTube says I can't imagine having a speed limit generally. From Germany, by the way. That tracks. Also, Tyler says LA in the rain is awful. Right, because no one knows how to drive in the rain. But also, Oregonians don't know how to drive in the snow if you're not from a specific part of... If you're in, like, the cities, like Portland and things like that, you don't know how to drive in snow. In Bend, it's a lot better, because we have so much snow that they have to stick 6-foot poles on either side of the road here to make sure you know where the road is, because there's no amount of plowing or driving over it that will help you be able to see where you're supposed to be. Tyler says it's like they've never seen water. We talked about this the other day. LA isn't supposed to exist there, right? Like, you guys are not supposed to be able to handle water. Or something, right? Also, Manistone says Klamath Falls drivers are so great until it snows. I think that's the only positive thing I've ever heard about Klamath Falls in my life. Oh, man. what a pivotal moment in my life. I've genuinely never heard anyone say anything good about Klamath Falls. Like, even in passing. And in passing is usually the only way people interact with that city. So Kaylee over on TikTok says, hi, I love your videos. Hey, Kaylee, welcome in. And Death Chaos says, copying and pasting should work. I did try that. Oh, copying and pasting into a URL bar? Oh, perfect. Tyler says, oh, is that not a good place? It's just not got a lot going on. And when towns don't have a lot going on, I'm trying to word this very carefully because it is not a sponsored stream, a charity stream, and there are parameters I have to abide by. When there's not a lot going on in a very small town that is that far out there. Yeah, thanks, you got it. Tiber says, I learned to drive in Arizona and I'm still better driving in snow and water in Washington than Washingtonian drivers. Really, I guess I haven't been to Washington in the rain. I'll tell you what I am doing though. Wait, she says, is it the Jersey City of Oregon? I actually don't know anything about Jersey City. Also, hi Sparrow, welcome to stream. Also, Thomas says we got another dono. Oh my gosh, really? Dude, thank you for keeping an eye on that. I have so many tabs open, there's no possible way. Hey, we did get another dono. Oh my gosh, wait, let me put it up on the board for you guys. Oh my god, there's me again. There we are at $1,075, and it looks like the donor was Nimbus Comic with $40. Thank you so much, Nimbus. Ah, that's amazing. Let me get you on the board. Let me switch back to my bigger screen so you can actually see it. Nimbus, thank you so much. God, I'm gonna run out of space. Nimbus Comic. Is it comics plural or comics singular? Nimbus Comics singular. With a $40 donation, helping push us towards our $2,000 goal. Thank you so much. That's super sweet of you. And Jayox says, wait, what exactly do you consider so many tabs? This goes for chat too. For while I'm streaming, it's 6 Chrome tabs, 1 Firefox tab, OBS, TikTok Live Studio, Steam, Discord, stomach's growling, and that's it so far. So, Ethan says anything more than 3 tabs is too many. Also, Kaylee says, I'm watching this at work. Say hi to your boss for me once you're in the clear. Not right now. Don't let them know that you're watching streams at work. Ethan says, uh-oh, Cash Cal heard his call. Oh gosh, for what? Oh no, what are we doing? Also, Notster says, are you gonna be driving in Australia? No, so I'm gonna be hanging out with Maddie. So thank God she has a car and will be driving us most of the time. In Melbourne, we're probably gonna be walking or taking public transit though. Because I'm not too concerned. I'm close enough to city center that it should be fine to get back and forth between the convention. And also Odin and Lav, who I'm gonna be visiting, should have a car as well, so maybe we can hang out with them. Hey, Jimmy Fun says Catherine says you're at 1,100 now. Woo! Yeah! Oh my gosh, wait, let me see. Let me refresh one more time. Throw you guys back on the screen. Yeah! Oh, amazing. Wait, let me make sure that the actual goal on stream on screen is updated as well. We're at $1,100 towards cancer research and patient care, and that was brought to us by Kelso. Hi, with $25. Thank you so much, Kelso. That's amazing. Okay, let me add you to the board as well. Catherine says, crushing it. We're doing great, considering I haven't done anything except sit here and yap. That is wonderful. You guys are the best. Let's see. So, Kelso, I'll tuck you in right over here with a $25 donation. Thank you so much. We are. Can you kind of see that? It's not all blending together, is it? Kelso says, hi, baby. So cool of you to be raising money for this. Oh my gosh, of course. Every year, I plan on it. Happy to donate. It's lovely to see you. Hello, hello. Also, can someone remind me to give VIPs to Kelso and Catherine over at the Jimmy Fund later on? I ran out of VIPs a little while ago, so I'm just kind of like moving them around. But I'll be seeing you at TwitchCon, right? I forget if you're coming. I'd assume so. Also, Notster says, has it really been a year already? It has. I mean, yeah, it was in September last year too, right? And I think it bled a little bit into October. I will say here in the next couple months, we're doing a lot of charity endeavors here for the Jimmy Fund and then the World Wildlife Fund later on down the road. We already did St. Jude earlier in the year, and we already did Child's Play earlier in the year, but I think later in October, we're gonna be doing one for Gamers Outreach, the people who had those little go-karts that they bring around to hospitals to bring games to children in need. So we've got various sorts of things covered. We're doing a lot of fun stuff coming up. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, and PAX U. I don't know if you're going to that, but I hope so. Oh, absolutely. Dude, PAX U has been crazy this year. I was on, I want to say 6 or 7 panels that got sent in. It might be more. It might be more like 8 or 9 panels that were sent in and submitted to PAX, and only 3 got accepted. Maybe 2. I think it was only 2 actually that got accepted. 2 or 3, one of the 2. And so that is. It's been weird this year. I know so many people who got their panels rejected, so I wonder what's actually happening. It might also be another situation where they're undergoing construction at some part of the convention center, because I know they had that at one point some year they were having construction, so they didn't have as many panel rooms, so they had to cut down on panels. I don't know. I can only guess. Let's see. Death Chaos. Oh wait, I read that already. Mr. Smiles says, sup, what did I miss? Hello, welcome in, Mr. Smiles. We're raising money for the Jimmy Fund. Once again, Kelsa says, yeah, I saw your thread post about it. I need to check with my friend if any of his panels got approved or not. Yeah, fingers crossed. It's been wild this year. Matt says, my panel sadly got waitlisted. I was gonna do safety and horror and TTRPGs. Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff that I feel like we need to see. I have seen less actual plays, which you kind of expect, but I also feel like, I don't know, there's been a lot of strangely big names that have been rejected for panels, and also a lot of like safety stuff, a lot of diversity in TTRPGs, those sorts of things. I don't know if, I know I'm doing Monsterology again. So for those who missed it at PAX West, I do a panel every now and then with the Storyteller Squad where I basically build a monster using my actual zoological degree, my whole degree. This is the only thing I use it for nowadays, by the way, to build a monster in a, D&D-esque world. I think it's built around D&D rules, and make it actually realistic. Put in some proper world building, put in a proper, web of food and all that. So, yeah. Sin says, I'm gonna go look for a bit. I have a research proposal I have to get done by midnight EST. Talk to you later, y'all. Good luck with your research. Kai says, when are you going to TwitchCon? TwitchCon that is a good question. When is TwitchCon? The thing is, it's so close to, oh, there's me again. Here's our goal, by the way. Do I have everything updated? I do. Here we are. But there's that link for you, by the way. It works if you use !donate at any point. And then what was I Googling? TwitchCon. TwitchCon San Diego, I believe, is going to be, October 17th through October 19th. So, oh man, this is a huge web page. I am so sorry. It's not going to be very visible to you guys. It's massive. But TwitchCon is quite literally 2 days after I land back from PAX Australia, which means the jet lag is going to be absolutely insane, and you're gonna all have to forgive me for how much caffeine I'm gonna have to be on during the duration of the con. That being said, I'm gonna try and head to the tabletop meetup again and be wandering around the convention center and San Diego in general for the duration of that. So, Palpatine's Fist says, good evening, Diana chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're doing well too. And Not Me over on TikTok says, I love your videos. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Let's see. But yeah, it's relatively close to everything else, so I haven't really been thinking about it too much, just because I'm gonna be in Australia until the day before. So, Necro and Caliman, welcome in. Good to see you. Same with Bismal and Burt Vandal. Hi guys, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. We're doing some charity live streaming here. I might also, Black Sparrow says, oh cool, I didn't know that about you. I did zoo theater for 6 years. Really? Is it interpretive? Like an interp type thing? That'd be kind of cool. Oh man, I have no idea what zoo theater properly is. Oh, boy. Necro says, I finally caught you online. Hello, you did. I am online. I am gonna be here. So for those who don't know, I usually stream from 5 o'clock to 6:30 Pacific time on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And this week, the entirety of the week has been converted over to raise money for the Jimmy Fund. For those who haven't seen, there's a list, if you're watching over on the desktop version of the stream, either on YouTube or Twitch, you should be able to see me pointing right here. If you're watching on the mobile version, I'm so sorry, I'm pointing at absolutely nothing, and you're just gonna kind of have to pretend, there is a series, kind of like a slideshow going on that tells you where exactly your money is going with regards to the Jimmy Fund and the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute when you donate through the link in my bio. And, it says, honestly, something that I feel like isn't emphasized enough when it comes to donation type charity streams is just how far your money goes. So it says $150 helps fund support groups for adult and pediatric patients. $25 buys new toys for pediatric patients. I can speak. It's been a very long day. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that sort of thing is it's good to have a measurable impact and know exactly where your money is going, especially with something has such a far-reaching impact as cancer. Like I said before, a lot of people know someone who was impacted by cancer. Blaze is currently fighting it. For those who don't quite remember, who weren't here following earlier on in this month, we found out that our friend Blizz, a Twitch ambassador, a friend of the community, tabletop gamer, someone that a lot of us know, if not all of us in the space, was diagnosed with lymphoma. And so, we were kind of fundraising separately for him. And, like I said, everyone either knows someone impacted by cancer or is someone or is, at least a degree removed. It's a very widespread sort of disease. And we're really, it's the biggest thing in medical science right now, at least in my humble, uneducated opinion. So. Vito says you say yapping, but I would call it engaging. It's nice. It's very enjoyable. Thank you. Talking fast helps. And Olgin says you're so pretty. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Necrobius. Oh, Sachi, hi. Hello. Necrobius says, I'm just glad they're finally finding new treatments. Have you heard of the sonic treatment they've been using? No, I haven't. Also, we got another dono. Oh my goodness. Let me... There we go. Did we? I think this is the one we have. Yeah, we have Kelso's already. Okay, perfect. We're good. We're on top of things. Unless, did I update the... Yes, I did. Okay, great. There's so much to keep track of when it comes to these things. My stream deck is non-functional for charity streams, so you'll have to forgive me for the lag time. But yeah. Kaylee says, I have to go, but if you're still live when I get off in an hour, I'll be back. Good to see you. Good to see you even though you're at work. Hopefully your boss doesn't yell at you. Tell your boss to say hi. But thanks for hanging out as long as you could. And then Deethan says, it's Versachiko. Hi, Sachi. And then Mr. Smile says, remember back in 5th grade when we used to say cancer would be cured by our 30s? Damn, just me. Yeah, so I used to know the specifics of how cancer works, and I believe it's just like the nature of it makes it so, it pops up in so many different circumstances, I guess it's easy to say. Like, if basically anything goes wrong with the way your cells regenerate and copy, it kind of sends you on a pipeline to cancer. So that's why it's so common. That's why it's more common when you get older as well. It's just, it's not great. And it's just so, I'm trying to not put my foot in my mouth because again, I'm not a doctor, but back when I actually learned about it properly, back when I was a scientist, it's just so many different paths lead to cancer. This says cells replicating incorrectly, right? Yeah, so essentially one cell replicates incorrectly and then that cell divides and then also replicates incorrectly, and that's what forms a mass, a tumor, which is also why you get some crazy shit like tumors that grow teeth and hair and things like that. It's because it's like different cells that shouldn't be replicating in the way that they do so aggressively, and basically like speeding through the replication process and all that, and creating tumors, creating lumps. Sometimes they detach and then spread into other areas. They metastasize, I believe, is the word. So yeah, it's not great. And there's so many things that can lead to replication issues that, including, for example, radiation and all that. So that's why you need to stay away from radiation. That's why when they take your x-ray at the dentist, they run into an entirely separate building, basically. Jordan says, it may not be possible to cure cancer in the way that we currently think about it in layman ways. They're doing some cool stuff. I almost want to talk about it because the nature of my day job makes it so I know what's going on in medicine to a degree that most people don't know, but it's also incredibly confidential information. But have hope. There's some cool stuff happening. But yeah, let's see. Coogan says, mRNA tech seems to be the future for treating it though. All that looks so hopeful. Yeah, exactly. And your guys' donations really help with that sort of thing too. Again, it's both not just the research side of things, but also just helping people out and making sure they're comfortable while they're going through a life-changing process. Deethan says, oh, so you're just gonna tease us? Yeah, this is so I don't get fired. And Alpegio says, good to hear there are good advancements in the tech. Yeah. Let's see, before we wrap up too much, we have about half an hour left of today's stream. And to kind of keep the vibe going and switch the pace up a little bit for the last little second to stream, why don't we hop on over to Peak? I really want to try and just kind of speed run it and see how far I can get on a solo run. Mr. Smile says, I was always under the impression that because of it being a disease built upon replication of cells, the cure would be to Deadpool it. I don't know if that's necessarily the cure. I don't know. Again, I'm not a scientist. Oh my god. I'm not a scientist, and I'm also not good at motor control. Also, Andronimo says if Diana ever tells us that confidential info, it'll be a hard launch of her full-time content creation career. That's true. Shortly afterwards, I'll be doing two things. I'll be streaming a lot more, and you'll see my lawyer Noah in chat so much more often, yelling at me to be extremely careful about what I say from then on out. Let's see. Okay, let me check to make sure you guys are gonna be able to see everything when I pop on over. Yeah, windowed full screen is fine. And we're gonna switch over to 1920 by 1080 so you guys can see. And then let's turn on that delightful peak music and then get going while we raise some money for charity. Make sure you guys can, oh, not that goal, it's the other goal. Dono goal is the most up-to-date one. And then we're gonna move that there, move the dono goal. Not that one. This up here. It's gonna be a little bit messy, but that's fine. Make it bigger. Bigger. There we go. Hey, Chibi Platypus, welcome in. Same with E Vicious, Bionic Pie, Berserk, hello, hello. Charred Beanie, I think I said hello to you as well. Good to see you. And then let me get the actual game up and going. Properties, window. I don't want to show Don't Starve, because I'm not good at it. We're gonna show Peak instead. Yeah, perfect. All right, chat. If you guys have any Peak tips, let me know. I'm not good at the game, so I will take anything I can get. Just to give you a fair warning, this isn't gonna be a competent Let's Play. I haven't actually seen too many. Oh, hi, Chibi. Nimbus says the upside is that the nature of cancer isn't really getting more complex. That's a very good upside. There may be quantitatively more toxins and environmental factors, but the underlying functionality is the same as it's always been. Technology, on the other hand, is always advancing, so eventually the latter almost has no choice but to overtake the former. Hope it exists on a long enough time scale. Yeah, that is hopeful. Do you guys ever watch those like Hope Core videos on TikTok or like YouTube or things like that, where it's just people being kind to each other? I love that sort of stuff. I don't talk about it often, but it's amazing. Hello to Joke over on TikTok who says, I'm sure you answered this, but what are we playing? Right now we're playing Peak. I just had to get some things kind of fiddled and going, but let me also make sure the progress bar is up and visible for y'all who are watching on the mobile platforms. Yeah, perfect, hell yeah. So for those who don't know, over on TikTok and on the mobile platforms, we are currently fundraising for, Deedon says, in the arms of the angels. And DBCU said, Peak tip, you cook Bing Bong and the Bugle. Yeah, so I hear if you cook anything that is, anything that's like consumable in a sense, so including the health kits and whatnot, and anything that can be applied to a person. Oh, nope, I don't want to host a game. No, free me. Help. Help. I don't want to load. I want to leave. There we go. Leave game. And come on. Play offline. There we go. What was I saying? I already forgot what I was saying. Anyway, if you're on the mobile platforms and you head on over to twitch.tv/DianaTheRose or the Diana the Rose YouTube page, you can head and see the desktop version of the stream. You don't actually have to be on desktop, I don't believe. You can still be on mobile. But you should be able to see the dono link, especially in Twitch. And if you donate, just give me a quick heads up so I can update our progress accordingly. Hi, Lord Drunken Badger, saying hello from Wisconsin. Good to see you again. Also, I found out you can use these little, like, conveyor belts as basically launch pads. If you play dead and then just jump a bunch. I've been trying to see how close to the elevator I can get it, and that one's not that bad. You can get a lot better though. If you like hit the play dead emote in midair and then just smash jump. One time I hit the wall, the back wall, which is quite nice. Jayhawk says, cooking will break rope and launchers, but makes other things better. I found out in the hardest way possible that it breaks launchers. I was trying to climb the kiln with my friends, and I cooked a chain launcher for the bit, and it was the only thing that kept us from succeeding, and I felt so bad about it. Mostly Sky says she isn't a scientist while casually knowing more about this than all of us combined. I'm not a good scientist. Or I'm a former scientist, I guess I should say. I'm not a current scientist. I'm very, very far removed from any of the current literature that doesn't have to do with my day job. But, first things first. That was Careless Whisper. Lucas says the fundraising team goal is $7,500. There's still some time left to donate, sometime into early October, so if people can't help but want to, there is time. There is plenty of time. We're also going to be, at least on this stream, streaming for the rest of the week, and if you want to join the Jimmy Fund Discord, I believe there's one that you can join that can help you get access to the stream schedules for various other people who are raising money. So even if you're not watching this stream specifically, there are going to be plenty of others from various folks. Oh my gosh, I forgot I'm not playing with other people. I was immediately just going to drop a bunch of stuff and be like, someone else pick this up, and then I realized it's me and I'm the someone else. Oh no. All right, Bing Bong, you're coming with me. But Prime Demo, welcome in. And Mr. Miles says, unless it's written in a book, think thunks shouldn't think thunk. I have no idea what that means. Anyway, Bing Bong, this is for crashing the plane. You get slightly toasted. If you misbehave again, you're becoming charcoal. You hear me? I haven't played today, so I have no idea what the map is gonna be. Uncreative says it's me, myself, and I. It's a me, myself, and I type of stream. Yeah, basically. But I'm gonna speed run it. We're gonna, and I say that as if I haven't already messed around and lost a bunch of time playing Careless Whisper. But yeah, so the fundraising team that we're on is Thomas's team. It's called Our Sales Mean Life. He's an amazing human being, just a generally massively powerfully positive force in the community. So I'm a big fan of him, and he's gonna be streaming this weekend if you guys wanted to go check him out. It's Tusano_gaming if you wanted to drop a follow, so that way you get notified when he goes live. Because I won't be streaming this weekend. I don't stream on weekends. So I also don't post content on weekends. Hey, Thomas subbed with Prime. Oh my god, thank you so much, Thomas. Thanks for being here. Palpatine's Fist says, which version of Careless Whisper? The normal one, I think. Are there versions? I was not familiar with versions. Oh no. Akoto says, evening, Diana. Hi! And, let's see. This way, I assume. I keep wanting to open more luggage, but I'm really not gonna do myself many favors. I'm already out of space. And I don't want to trash Bing Bong unless absolutely necessary. Or if someone else donates to this tree, the dono goal, then maybe I'll just chuck Bing Bong in celebration. Back when I was at PAX West, they actually had the coolest, I don't know if I posted the photos yet, I'll do that tomorrow, over on YouTube, or sorry, not on YouTube, over on Instagram. If you don't follow on Instagram already, you're not missing much. It's just like the occasional little weekly update, the same reels as always, and just a little bit of info about what's going on in my life in picture form as opposed to video form and stream form. And they had a photo booth at PAX West's, Creator Lounge, which was sponsored by Red Bull. And it was, I didn't want to do that. Oh man, I'm getting really ambitious here, chat. This ain't good. All right, they had one where they actually had a proper like peak photo booth that you could look at, and they had a stuffed animal like Bing Bong that you could take photos with. And I took so many photos. It was me and Sachi taking photos, and it was so cute. Honestly, they slapped a filter on it that kind of made it look like the game. And the top of it was like a physical printout, almost like a Polaroid. And the top of it had a banner that said Bing Bong Airlines. It was the best. Lucas says, Diana's character just downed 3 whole lemons like they were nothing. That's so true. The yellow crisp berries, they were crunchy. They're fantastic. Hop up here. Let's not hop up here, actually. This looks bad. Let's go. Oh, that looks even worse. Let's go this way. Let's see, Lucas says, or sorry, Palpatine's Fist says, different artists. Yes, the first time I heard the song was Seether's cover. You know what I was talking about the other day? I have never heard a bad Coldplay cover. And that might also be, this is not good. Oh my goodness. It might be a strong bout of selection bias, because I imagine if there was a bad cover, I just wouldn't have heard it. But I feel like Coldplay songs just lend themselves really well to being covered. And I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I think it's cool. Notster says it can be arranged. Let's see. Lucas says the sexy sax guy version of Careless Whisper. Do you guys remember the trap saxophone song that went viral on TikTok ages ago that people use for thirst traps and things like that? I miss that. I want more of whatever that is. Like, trap variations of anything would go so hard. I tweeted the other day, and by tweeted, I mean I'm not on Twitter anymore for obvious reasons, but on Blue Sky and Threads, I was talking about the fact that we need a trap version of the music from Portal. Like, the radio tune, which apparently was the precursor to Still Alive, and no one told me that when I was playing Portal 1. But yeah, if you play Portal 1 and you defeat you beat the game, and then you come back later, and you try and do like the bonus stuff. One of the bonus things you can do is, oh my god, who built this bridge? If I climb to the top here, will this help? Nope. Oh, it definitely doesn't help. Help. There we go. No. Yes. Expert. I'm glad we didn't panic. But, what was I saying? Coldplay covers, music, trap versions of the port. Yeah, so one of the things that you can do in Portal 1 when you play the game fully for the first time and you go back in is you can find hidden radios and I think move them to a certain location within each testing room. And if you do, it switches from the default music to a, like, Morse code signal. And so, Dracobane says, so tired. Oh, what happened, Dracobane? I feel you. I know exactly how you feel. And yet I'm out here climbing mountains. This is the most Bend Oregonian thing I've ever done, by the way, is decide, yeah, I'll take a break from all my outdoor shenaniganery that I do on a daily basis anyway, and just do it in video game form. Anyway, that radio song. Oh, hey, Dr. Norp says, Dinah and Mods, the donation link may need to be fixed. Oh my gosh, stream elements, why? Hold on. I know I said I was going to speedrun this, but that needs to be fixed. Stream elements. We do exclamation mark donate, does that also work? Oh man. Also, Carl says, what charity are we raising money for? We are currently raising money for the Jibby Fund, which is a charity that helps with cancer research and care for cancer patients, including children. $25 can do something as, wide-reaching as bringing games to a child in need. It helps with, not rehabilitation, what's the term? I guess like reacclimation to normal life after treatment. There's a lot of stuff that it goes towards. So you can check out the Jimmy Fund if you're in the the Twitch chat using exclamation mark Jimmy Fund or exclamation mark donate. Either one should bring you to a general page, but the donate link, of course, is important there because there you can donate. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Link in the prompt needs to be edited. Put a space for the period. It should be good now. I think I fixed it. Let me try. Exclamation mark donate. Yeah, I think. Hell yeah. TNC, this is peak gameplay. I'm honestly surprised I haven't been streaming Peak yet. I feel like it was such a big thing for a hot sec. There we are. And I think I missed like the streaming window on it. I have been playing it quite a bit with Odin and Bryn and some friends and things like that. By the way, speaking of Odin, tomorrow's episode of Worlds Apart is going to be a little bit delayed. It's going to be next week instead because we're having a special guest on and we need to figure out how to edit 3 people into the podcast. And it's taking a little while to work out the bugs and the kinks in it. So bear with us, but Lav is doing her best. She's working hard. Hey, Mr. Smiles wants to bestow advantage on Dracobane. Oh my gosh, yeah, is Dracobane rolling for something? I could do that. Oh man. Oh man. Oh god, oh man. Oh god, Bing Bong, save me. Wait, Bing Bong, you pushed me off! I'm so sorry, don't do that again. Okay, I think this is the way to go. I feel like this level got harder. I feel like they made the shore more difficult, and maybe that's my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. But I swear this used to be a lot easier. Like, you could go up any face of this shore if you wanted to. Am I crazy? Anyway, Grim, welcome in. Hello. Saying, hey, how is everyone? We're doing good. So yeah, Worlds Apart's gonna be delayed till next week, but I promise the episode that has Lav in it is amazing and so funny, and we break so many times. And also, she has some really solid ideas for the particular thing that she wanted to world build with us, so definitely check it out. Just bear with us for the slight delay. It's worth it, we promise. There was food up here, I think. Yeah, some apples. Some crisp apples. Brings me back to the old streaming days. Dracobane says, I got the flu near the end of last week. I took Friday off of work, but went back in today for more training, but I'm still physically recovering. Oof. Gosh, that is rough, having to go back to work after, especially the flu. The flu is such a disproportionately punishing, like, little thing that you can catch for basically the same amount of effort as a cold. It sucks. It's just so much worse than a cold in almost every way, especially with the aches. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Uncreative says Big Bong crashed the plane and is divorced. I don't think he's someone you should ask to save you. You know, you make excellent points. Bing Bong, what do you have to say for yourself? Very well said. I believe him wholeheartedly. He says he's innocent, guys. I don't know. Palpatine's Fist says, oh, is it flu season? No wonder I feel so drained. Oh, yeah. I haven't caught... I mean, I guess that's the nice thing about working remote and being a content creator and things like that is I never leave my house. So I don't have to worry about getting the flu as much. But definitely get your vaccines, kids. Nimbus says, Dracomane Dinah says you should have just gotten a cold instead. I would rather take a cold any day. But I know what you mean. Also, Mr. Smile says, I rarely get sick, but when I do, I jump straight to pneumonia. Does anyone in chat have that thing where you get sick for, like, incredibly intensely for maybe 20 minutes to, like, 2 days, and then after that, you're just fine? Like, you feel it so intensely for basically no time at all, and then once you're done with it, you're done. Also, I just realized we got another dono. Oh my gosh, we're up to $1,150. I know my numbers, because we got another donation. That is so wonderful. Let me switch back to our just chatting stream while I add all y'all to the list. Let me go. Where is my tab? There we go. Let's see who did it. Here's our progress. If we refresh the page, it'll go to where are we? Yeah, $1,150 raised, as we got another $10 from Dr. Dorp. And then 20 from Croissant and 20 from Alpegio. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I'll add you to the board. And I'm gonna try not to stare at myself here, because this is uncomfy. And it's like just enough of a delay to throw me off. Ugh. But let's see here we are. Let me switch back. Just chatting. Hello, hello. Grim says that's me. 2 days and I'm fine again. Oh man. Oh gosh. Mr. Smile says it's quite annoying, but at least I've never really had a sick day because of it. That's true. You can get like really efficient with it. Anyway, Dr. Norp, I'm gonna add you in up here. Dr. Norp with a $10 donation to the Jimmy Fund. We also had Croissant. And then what are those numbers? 1997 with a $20 dono. And then we had Alpegio with another $20, bringing us up to $1,150 raised over the course of a single stream. You guys are doing amazing. Thank you all so much. Oh, Sweetie, hey, how's it going? Hi, with a posture check and a hydrate. I could do that. My hydration's way over here. Hell yeah. We're doing great. We're doing amazing. I'm also gonna take a sip of this Dutch. It's getting increasingly watered down. Still pretty good though. I don't know if their pumpkin chai is my favorite, but Zach says, oop, you have another dono? We do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. No one panic. Yeah, we're at 1,165 now. We had one more dono from Zach Nafane. Hello. Thank you so much, Zach, saying it was me. I appreciate the heads up. I genuinely would have played for another 20 minutes and not caught it if you hadn't said anything. Also, Bardic says, how are you feeling tonight, Diana? I'm doing good. Can someone remind me later to give Sweet Tea a VIP badge, by the way, as another TTRPG creator, an amazing human being. We're doing great. We are raising money for the Jimmy Fund. It works with the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and basically goes towards cancer research and care for cancer patients. They're amazing. They're genuinely such nice people as well. Thomas says I get emails on my phone whenever you get a dono. My phone is blowing up just like last year. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's set Thomas's phone on fire, you guys. Zach, as the latest donor, I'll add you in down here with a $15 dono. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. We're really pushing our goal. We blew past our initial goal so much faster than I thought I would as well. That I thought we would. Drunken Badger says, unfortunately, I must go. Wishing all of you the best in your travels. Yay! Also, Zach says, I also just did it while you were writing on the board, so no delays there. Amazing. Hell yeah. Let's see. Ancient Gamer Society says, Legend of Drizzt. Heck yeah. And Lukage says, donation stretch goal. Replacement phone for Tusano, because we set his on fire from donations. For a good cause, you know. A little bit of arson for a good cause. I'm gonna eat this airline food. I didn't realize how hungry I was getting. Oop. Toss this backpack on. We gotta continue the speed run. The stream is ending soon. We're gonna try and get as many donations as we can in this short time. We're gonna get as high up on this mountain as we can. Grim also says, I'm gonna try and get some sleep before work because it's 2 a.m. here. Oh, really? Where are you at? Oh. It's 2 a.m. here. Take care and see you next time. Also, Chris says I just realized I donated to the wrong link. Don't know what to Child's Play. Is the Child's Play one still up? I thought I fixed that. Oh no, hold on. Or was it from earlier in the stream? If it was from earlier, it was like the very first one was broken and I fixed it as soon as someone pointed it out because Stream Elements is really bad at maintaining and like saving my link changes. I got another 60 on Child's Play. You know what? We'll add it to the board anyway. Thank you so much for helping raise money for Child's Play as well. I know Travis will absolutely love that. Travis, the person behind Child's Play, is an amazing human being. But let me add Christoph. Underscore 187 with a well-intentioned but slightly misplaced $60 parentheses for Child's Play. Thank you so much. That still really helps a lot. They're two different institutions, both of which help children, so in the end, it's good in the world. But yeah. Let's see. Dragonman says, I haven't been able to check recently, but do you mind if I put my friend's GoFundMe somewhere in the Discord? It's my friend who's an artist that I showed you at Ren Fair. She got her hand broken at Burning Man. Ooh. If you... I can't promote it in the Discord, only because that's something I try and avoid doing, especially because there's so many GoFundMes floating around.
I finally made it to stream.
But
I missed the last few. Hopefully
if you...
everyone been doing well.
Post it somewhere on socials and then tag me in the replies to it, I'll repost it on my socials, at least if that would help. Also, Vote Dweller, welcome back, saying I finally made it to stream. I missed the last few. Hopefully everyone's been doing well. We're doing great. We're playing Peak right now. We're trying to speed run it in the last couple minutes, as well as speed run towards our goal, which also I need to update because we're at, where are we? $1,165 donated towards the Chibi Fund. Let me make sure that's added. 65 for the extra 15. Amazing. All right, so it should be showing up now. Ooh, luggage here. I hope there's balloons. I found out the other day that balloons do that thing where if you attach them to your... Oh, I'll take some Gatorade. Why not? If you attach them to your backpack, they... Oh, perfect timing. Oh, this is perfect timing, but I don't have... Oh, I can't put it down now. It's gonna float away if I put it down. Oh no. I just panicked and picked it up immediately. If I do that... Oh, okay, yes, there we go. I thought I would have to shift it around in my... Never mind. We're good. I remember how my inventory buttons work. Sparrow says, what timing? Yeah, we manifested. Hell yeah. Yeah, just like we're gonna manifest this sick jump. Yeah, it worries a little bit. But... Notster says the stream was definitely chaotic good. Yeah, and we got 2 more to go. This week's gonna be solid, you guys. Again, I'll be back with lemon juice at some point. If not tomorrow, then definitely for Wednesday's stream, so we can do a little bit of a lemon juice shot stream where anytime we anytime we reach a certain dono amount, which at this rate might be $50 again, we might go for another... We might have to raise it after a certain point because last time you guys were really enthusiastic about it, and I mean really enthusiastic, and I had some I don't want to like poison myself or anything, so we're gonna be a little bit more careful about it this year, but we'll be taking shots of lemon juice whenever we can for certain dono amounts, so that'll be a thing. Ooh, hello. I just need a nap. I saw such a pretty sight, such a beautiful moon-shaped fruit surrounded by fireflies. I feel so relaxed now. Maybe a nap wouldn't be so bad. What is that? What does that mean? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Is that a new fruit? Huh. Also, Zephyr says it is sorta. Oh. And Mr. Smiles says, does Echo Knight synergize with Path of the Beast or Path of the Ancestral Guardian Barbarian? Ooh, I don't think it does in any notable way. At least not that I've seen. If you haven't yet looked at it, there is a website called RPG Bot that does a really good job of figuring out like synergies between different classes, so you know how best to... God, not Pandora's Lunchbox. Ugh, all right, I'm just gonna munch on it. Is that all you got? Ah, getting smoked. Huh, all right. I figured I'd just use it. I don't really know what it does. But, oh well. I guess I'll just continue on. But, let's see. Hey! Thomas started a streak with 8 bits. Thank you so much. Drakman says, pinged you on the post. Pretty much it's been a lot of existential dread because it was her primary. Oh, her arm making hand? Ooh. And for freak accidents too. That is rough. I am so sorry. Yeah, hopefully she comes out of it okay. Especially when you're like an artist. Insurance gets a little bit tricky when you're on your own. DKP says this game is peak. It is indeed. It's one of my favorite games recently, honestly. I'm so glad that Prox Chat is becoming more of a thing. Not just as a streamer, but also just as a friend with funny friends. A person who has funny friends. It's so great hearing their screaming from afar while playing something like Repo and things like that. Which I haven't forgotten about Repo. By the way, great game. I just wish it had more updates more quickly. The same way Peak does. By the way, did you guys hear they're working on a new biome for Peak? Yeah, some new stuff coming. I do hate tropics. This is arguably one of my least favorite biomes. But it's only second worst to Alpine, so. Let's see. Bubba Baker says, a person that has friends? What a show off. Ah, I'm so sorry. It's not many for what it's worth. But Prox Chat games are genuinely like so cool and just I wish there were more of them that weren't horror games, I guess. And I get why that's a big thing in the theme. It makes it so much funnier and it's great for streaming, but I'm too scared. I can't do horror games in the slightest. No. Klepto Ferret says smells like nerd in here. You betcha. That's my gamer girl odor. If I eat this, will it actually heal me or is it just... Oh, it does actually... Okay. Not bad. Gives me a little bit of food. Ooh, I want to go from here. Should we just cave diver this? Nope. That's a hard no. It's a very quick response from the universe saying absolutely not, turn around. We can do that. Someone is also saying swim up the waterfall. God, do you guys remember those Minecraft swim up waterfall days? Oh, goodness. Do you guys remember Minecraft factions? Or is that too deep of a cut? Back when I was a kid, one of the first Minecraft servers I ever went on was a faction server, and they had all these plugins that made it so you could level up your combat abilities, and you could create bases and claim land for your faction. And your factions would go to war with each other, you know, you would go and tear down other people's bases intentionally using TNT cannons and things like that. And in order to protect your base from TNT cannons, you had to use extremely elaborate setups that just layered obsidian and lava and like all sorts of stuff on top of each other. So, E. McKenna says, wait, Diana doesn't smell like roses. I used to. I ran out of my rose perfume. But genuinely, oh, I love that perfume. Drakman says, I'm an absolute horror wimp. I'm too much of an empath, so I start feeling any pain I see or hear. I getcha. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, no! Oh, I tapped out and it was a mistake. That's my bad. Oh, hello. Chat, is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Let's go up here. I wonder what the new biome they're working on is. I'm so deadly curious. The team has done a really good job of promoting their like updates on socials. They do a really good job converting it to short form and making it really digestible. And so that way you don't have to read patch notes. I do actually genuinely like reading patch notes though. I think it's fun. Especially the ones for Baldur's Gate. And when you can tell that the dev team has a good personality, you know, then their patch notes are some of my favorite things to read. At one point, the peak patch, the patch notes said something about the fact that when they released Mesa, I think they said like, yeah, do I have a tick? I do have a tick. Oh my God, little alien-looking thing. This will teach you. Get out of here. They had something after they released Mesa where it was supposed to be a 50-50 chance and it would switch off alternating between Alpine and Mesa. So every single time the world spawned, it was a 50% chance it would be Alpine, 50% chance of being Mesa. And they came on one time to the patch notes. They were like, yeah, we got somehow like 4 Mesas in a row and there's a 0.00018% chance of that happening. So either that happened and we should all go buy lottery tickets, or it's broken, so we're just gonna turn it off for now. So they had to switch it off and forced Mesa for a bit. Hey Rio, welcome in. Jayhawk says, I spent a long time playing on a Minecraft server like Factions. It was split into nations and towns, and oh my God, this is foreboding. Where do I go from here? Oh, no. I guess I have to climb over that way? Let's try those mines. It's split into... there we go. Nations and towns, and with its own fantasy setting. I ran a wizard library on an island between nations. Good times. Oh, having a job in D&D... Honestly, if we could find a decent way to turn D&D into a job simulator, like a little fantasy job simulator, I would be so happy. Especially with like the colorful NPCs you'd run into and all that sort of stuff. Like, that'd be so fun. Ugh. I'm sure there's some sort of like cozy Stardew Valley type mod for that, or module. Is mod short for module? Or is it short for modification? When it comes to video games. Am I about to learn something that I feel like should have been incredibly obvious from a very young age about video games that I just was not aware of? What is mod short for? Also, Michael says, do beautiful games like these inspire D&D world building for you at all? Not so much ones like this, because they're a little more simple than what I'm used to when it comes to world building. Oh, do you think I can make that? I'm gonna try and make that. But games like the Elder Scrolls and the amount of work that they put into their world building, specifically their lore and their political stuff, I'm really bad at political bait. Oh, I'm not gonna make this. Oh no. Oh no, I'm rapidly getting eepy. Oh, the rain was so badly timed. Please. Please, no. Okay, okay. We're gonna try this again. Ow. We're gonna light a flare and hope that that helps. We're gonna offer Bing Bong as a sacrifice to the Thunder God and hope that helps. Taking the balloon won't help. We're gonna get all of the health that we possibly can. We're gonna wait for the rain to go away. Okay. Fingers crossed, because if I can't do this, I don't think I can do things. But I'm bad at world building politics and things like that, so the way the Elder Scrolls does it makes it very digestible for me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I thought I could save myself. How far am I falling? Oh. Well, you know what? We tried. Also, here, oh no, I know it's not great. Jordan says Traveler's Rest is the game you're looking for, I think. Stardew Valley meets a tavern keeper type thing in D&D. Oh my god, this hard plummet here is not a good look. I also don't like this plateau. I thought I'd do a lot better, chat, not gonna lie to you. But either way, let's check on our donation goal progress while we're here, while we listen to the soothing sounds of the wind blowing over my corpse in Peak. It looks like we're at still a goal of $2,000, and then total of, for the day, 1,165, oh god, it's so loud, there we go. $1,165 raised. Not bad for day one, especially considering our goal was only $1,000 to begin with. Just as a quick recap for those who were here last year, or who weren't here last year, we raised $5,000 and almost $500, I want to say, for the Jimmy Fund in 2 days last year. So this time we're aiming for $6,000 in 3 days. We're already a decent amount of the way there. I'm gonna bring back some more incentives for next time, but yeah, for right now, we're gonna kind of wind down. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, Bubba Baker says you've fallen and can't get up. Life alert. And Palpatine Smith says the Abyss claims another soul. Yeah, it's like 127 hours, except I don't have the option to cannibalize my own limb, and I feel like that would help. I think that would fix me, actually. But Michael Campos says, I struggle with creating imports and exports and infrastructures. Yeah, oh god, I don't even think about that part of it. I usually, like, just make it so that in my worlds, whatever is happening in a local area or whatever stuff they have is just, like, sold and traded by foot. I don't think about the actual, like, currency rising and falling, and I don't think about exchange rates, and I think if I have to, I might actually just kind of explode, because that is so far above my pay grade when it comes to world building. I just hand wave so much stuff, and really, no one asked any questions, so far we got away with it. DKP says the best level is the airport, hands down. Have you guys seen how if you glitch through a wall in Peak, you can actually see the Scoutmaster just kind of hanging out in off mode, in powered down mode in like the back area. I also hear they're opening up a shop soon, I think. And I think that's where that like red, the yellow tape is blocking off. I don't know. Donkey Juice says the only TTRPG that I've seen with currency exchange at all is in Castles and Crusades. I've never heard of Castles and Crusades, actually. It's a TTRPG. It sounds like it'd be a sick video game. Nostros says, everyone who supported the charity, thank you so much for making the community excellent from the perspective of someone who isn't in the financial position to do it right now. Yeah, seriously, you guys. And especially, like, being willing to share some of your guys' stories, just popping in. I know so many of you also just popped in and just were like, oh, we're raising money again? Sweet, we'll get down to it. And then immediately donated without even, like, stopping to think about it. That was so sweet of you guys. Again, we have the rest of the week, and then for the team as a whole, we have until the rest of the month, and even a bit beyond that, for our Sales Mean Life to raise money for the Jimmy Fund. You can also sign up to stream yourself if you wanted to be part of this amazing cause. You can check out the Jimmy Fund's website and search for Jimmy Fund Let's Game 2025 or the Jimmy Fund Quest to Defy Cancer. Either one will take you to a page where you can figure out how you can get set up streaming. They'll give you all these fancy assets and stuff like that too. Like when I go to my Void screen, those banners down there and up there, those are all like something that they let you download. So they make it easy for you to set up on your OBS. It's amazing. So let's see. Dr. Norp says, to be fair, I don't have a steady group of people to play Peak with. Yeah, at least it's one of those games that makes it possible to play solo. I'm not a huge fan of games that force multiplayer to any degree. Like, I played Code and Exile solo and things like that. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm chronically a single player. Also, Vito says, I just wanted to say you're doing an amazing job. I have to get going, but thanks for making me smile. Oh my god, thank you. I came into the stream with such low energy, but now I feel like I could, like, conquer the world, or at the very least conquer this Dutch Bros and then go back to work, because that's what I gotta do after this. But it is about time to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, for helping us raise money. I'm gonna check the Discord real fast to see if anyone is actively streaming right now. Catherine, if you're here and you have a recommendation and you can hear me, let me know who I should raid into to continue the good vibes. Otherwise, I can take a look at the Discord here real fast. I don't know how it's organized though. Hi Red Hood, welcome in. For those who are watching over on TikTok, I'm gonna go ahead and log off and say goodbye to y'all right now. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope to see you on Twitch next time. Oh, Thomas has a rec from Catherine? Yeah, what is it? Go ahead and drop the username and I'll raid into them. You don't have to do the redeem or anything. But for those on TikTok, I'll say goodbye. And then for those who are watching over on YouTube, I can't raid into anyone, but I hope to see you on Twitch next time to be a better part of the community and chat with the vast majority of our folks, because that's where they're watching. Otherwise, it's great to have you either way. And then for those who are on Twitch, let me send you over to a friend. Whiskey Monster. She's doing food and cocktail streaming? No way, that's perfect. Wait, that's actually so amazing. I love food and cocktails. Oh my gosh. Let me raid into Whiskey Monster. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Doing a September sandwich competition and then raising money for the Jimmy Fund. Oh man, she actually got her thing set up too. Like her actual dono bar is working. Oh man. So I'm gonna send you guys her way. Again, thank you all so much. Be sure to send good vibes. Be sure to lurk and stream. Be sure to spread word about the Jimmy Fund. And I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific to continue on with all of the charity fun. So bye-bye.